Hello, Stampers. How are you tonight? It is Wednesday, December 22nd. Only a few more sleeps till Santa comes. Woohoo! Hopefully you guys are doing well. Just let me get set up on my iPad here. Oh, my husband must be home. My dog is going crazy. Just let me get set up here so I can see it. Hopefully it'll work. I don't see a video. All right, if you're here, let me know. It's kind of, my screen is black. Oh, there we go. It just showed up. Whew. Phew. So if you're here, let me know. Leave a comment so I can make sure that I'm seeing the comments. Linda? Hi, Linda. How are you? You were quick tonight. Wow. I just sent out that form. So we are going to make this super cute card. So the Flowering Tulips, for those of you that are not demonstrators, this is the stamp set that we are featuring in our stamp camp in February. With the sign up is in January. It's kind of hard to sign up for something that you can't see. So I've decided to feature the stamp set tonight and let you see. Look at how beautiful these fonts are. I love the sayings. This is a really good stamp for somebody that is just starting out because it has beautiful images as well as sentiments. And it comes with this amazing die set. So some of these images here cut out these. Okay, and then some of them, like these ones, make flowers on their own. So they make kind of 3D flowers. And then we have this really gorgeous border die as well. So, hi Sharon, hi Heather. So this is the bundle that we are using in our stamp camp. That is February 19th, and the sign up is in January, the beginning of January. So I decided we would play with it. So we're going to make this card. I don't know if you guys can see this, but have you ever wanted to emboss something? Because the embossing just gives that a little bit more pop, but we haven't had the right color. So I'm going to show you, this is all embossed. I'm going to show you how we emboss, and we can use any of the Stampin' Up colors that we want. So we're going to make this cute little card. It's pretty simple. Because we are going to be stamping in ink and then stamping in Versamark, we do want to use our stamparatus. Okay, so I'm going to bring our stamparatus out. So I buy the grid paper, and I always line up in case I only like to use one magnet because these magnets scare me. These magnets are so strong that they can move across the table. And if they connect, they shatter. So it actually comes with two, but I only ever use one. That's just me. So my paper will move because I don't have something else hanging in here. So I always use these as grid lines, so I know exactly where my paper is if it does move. So we're just going to stamp. We're going to be cutting all of these out. So I've pre-lined this up already. We're just going to stamp these on here. I will do the Flower and Puppy Parade. Hi Sandy, I love this bundle too. Okay, so you can put a stamp set underneath here, and that gives you a little bit more flexibility to ink up without getting a big mess. I always get a big mess. That's just me. I'm a messy stamper. That's me. Okay, and then I'm going to do the foliage in Pear Pizzazz. So I'm just going to ink these guys up. Okay. The beauty of the stamparatus is if you don't get a good image the first time, you just re-ink and stamp again. And as long as your paper doesn't move, you're good. See, I want a little bit more Poppy Parade in there. But before I do that, I want to line up. So I'm going to show you when you want to line things up with the stamparatus. All I do, so this is the little inside of the flowers. So I just place it where I want it, drop the plate down, pick it up, and it's in the right spot. So we can now ink up the flower again. And, oh, I just got ink everywhere. That's going to be a mess to clean up. Okay, and so we're just going to pop it down. See, now it's a nicer image there. And hope I don't get red everywhere on my card. And there we go. That's all we do. Now we do want to clean it up because we're going to come back with our Versamark. So my lovely chamois, it is actually clean. You wouldn't know that. So I'm just going to clean up the stamps. So it's just water. You can see that because I've been doing a lot of red flowers, my stamps are stained, but it doesn't impact the stamp at all. I am going to get red fingers from this though. Remind me to clean it right after this video. Okay. Get that away before I'm covered. Oh, I'm not too covered. All right. So now that we stamped them, what we're going to do is we are going to bring in our Versamark. And we are going to put Versamark on all of these images, and then we're going to heat emboss in clear embossing powder. So, a well-loved Versamark. I'm just going to ink up all of these guys in the Versamark. Okay. And stamp down. You really want to stamparatus for this because you have, it's foolproof as long as your paper doesn't move. So mine just moved a tiny bit right there. So I'm going to straighten it and then come right back down. All right. So when you have both of your plates in, you do want to, when you're storing it or transporting it, you do want to take them off, okay, and not keep them in the hinges because you don't want to break them. And then we're just going to bring in our clear embossing powder. Okay. So this comes in a pack of 3 now. You used to be able to buy them on its own. I kind of stocked up. Okay, so you're just going to cover it. Get rid of the excess. Give it a good flick. And it doesn't matter if you got stuff on the outside here, if it's sticking. That's why I didn't really worry about using my embossing buddy, because we're going to cut them out. Okay, so wonderful heat tool. Just give me a second. I see the watercolor pencils you love. Oh, good. I'm glad you love them. Yeah, we're gonna be coloring in the flowers with the watercolor pencils. So this does get very, very hot. To this day, I love this. It just watching it transform, it's magic. Absolute magic. Sorry about the noise, guys. It won't take too long, but can you see it melting? Oh, I got a spot on that one. Oops. See it going? So you can tell when it's done. You can see it becomes very shiny. And there we go. Isn't this beautiful? I don't know if you guys can see it, but it makes it just pop just that little bit more. Okay, so we can either color it right now or we can cut them out. So that you guys didn't have to see me come in with my Stampin' Cutting machine, I cut them out already. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take our watercolor pencils and we're just going to color it in. We're just going to add a little bit more texture. So I'm using Old Olive right now, even though the green I used was Pear Pizzazz. The Old Olive and the Pear Pizzazz look really nice together. So I'm just going to color in the leaf. Okay, and you don't have to do this. You could leave it as the white and have more of a contrast. I just thought it made it look kind of cool. And then we're going to bring in our water painters. So it comes in a pack of 3. They all have different nibs on the top. I'm going to use this one because it's the finer one. But there's a really big one, and this would be perfect for background. And then there's 2 other kind of more narrow ones. So all it is you fill it up, you just twist it off, fill it up with water from the top. And then if you need some additional water, so you can see it's coming out already, the water. If you need some additional water, you just push, but you don't need too much water. And it's coming out fast. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint over this. I'm just using normal basic white. Okay, if I was doing a big watercolor painting, I would use shimmery white, or I'd use our watercolor paper, but for this, that is fine. And then I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to do the same with my flower. And I'm just going to color it in. So are you guys at the point where you can start relaxing for the holiday, or are you still running around? I started my baking today, so that was exciting. I still have lots to do though, but that's okay. It'll get done. All right, we're almost done. So I'm just going to move these guys out of the way, and then again I'm just going to bring in the watercolor, and I'm just going to, all I'm doing is really just smudging that pencil color around. It just gives it a little bit of a washed look, and it gives the flower just a little bit more tonage. There we go. And to clean it, all you do is put it off on scrap paper until it becomes clear, and then it's done. It's ready to go away for the next use. All right, so to put this card together, then we just need a piece of Poppy Parade. This is just a normal, I'm just going to move these out of the way while they dry. It's just a normal piece of Poppy Parade cut in half, so it is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to skewer that at 4 1/4. Oh, that's a good idea, Linda. Yeah, because that heating tool does get very hot. I often use the end of my paintbrush and hold it down. So Linda said that she uses a clothes peg to avoid burning your fingers when you're using the heating tool. And that's a good tip. I have, and that heating tool gets very, very hot. I have melted the bottom of a paintbrush before. So that's how hot it gets. All right, so we just have our cardstock. So for our background, I don't know if you can see this, I've actually used the, what are they called? Stitch with Whimsy dies. So these don't actually cut out, they just kind of cut out a little embossed thing. So I've done that already again, so you don't have to watch me with my embossing machine. I'm going to lose these pieces. So you can see that I've done that. And then I've taken the little funny doohickey out of the dies. And I wanted some of the Poppy Parade to pop through. Okay. So I've just cut those. So I've pre-done this so that you guys don't have to watch me do it. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to glue this down. I am almost out of glue. That is right, Sandy. The heat embossing is just, it's magic. And it just adds that pop to your card that just ink on paper doesn't give. It's hard to see on the video, but it does add a nice little dimension. Okay, so we're just gonna, oh, you know what? I should have stamped before I did this. Let's just cross our fingers. So I'm gonna stamp. How I'm gonna do this, okay, I have a piece of, this is 5 1/4 by 1. And this is gorgeous paper. Let me show you it. It's in the annual catalog, and it's a 12 by 12 piece, but this is all I have left. And it's an ombre sparkly paper. Can you see the glitter? Isn't it cool? So it comes in Poppy Parade. I think it's Gorgeous Grape and Melon Melody and Native Navy. Don't quote me on those colors because I haven't looked at the actual colors. I can't wait to use this and this one with some of the new dyes in the upcoming catalog that you can do scenes with. It's going to be gorgeous. So I'm very excited to try that. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I'm going to put this piece here. I don't know if I want light to dark, dark to light. I'm going to put this piece here, and I'm going to fit the flower in this spot. Okay, so I want to be able to have my sentiment in this corner here. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment before I keep going, and watch. It's not going to work. I'm going to make a big boo-boo, and because I've attached it, I'm not going to be able to fix it. Okay, so just thinking of you, and I'm just going to stick this right in the corner here. Whew, thank goodness it worked. Woohoo! All right, now we're ready to put our card together. So I'm going to glue this guy down. Now the big thing is keeping the leaves from covering that. All right. So I'm basically trying to kind of connect all of these. Can you see they're all touching? It just makes it a little bit nicer, I think, on your eyes. All right, so this is the trick. We want the leaves to not cover. There we go. We'll put the small one there, and we'll put the larger one coming up like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue down the stem flat, and then we're going to pop up. We're going to glue down one leaf flat, and we're going to pop up the other leaf and the flower. We're almost done. Isn't this easy? So I am just going to overlap just like that. Okay. I'm going to hold it down for a second so the glue realizes it has to stick. And then I'm going to find my dimensionals, hopefully. We are going to pop this guy up. Can you see? I burnt myself on the baking cookies today. Not very smart, Jen. You're not supposed to touch the inside of your stove. Nobody was awake, so it was, well, my husband and my son were at work, and my other son was still in bed, so no one saw me. Hey, Heather, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're almost done. All right. And we're just going to stick the flower there. Isn't that gorgeous? So we could do a just thinking of you today. We could do a happy birthday. We could do I love you. So cute. And it's just the embossing just makes it pop just that little bit more. All right. So let's finish this off. So I wanted to add a little ribbon. This is the Whisper White Crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I'm going to take my light Flirty Flamingo blend, and I wanted kind of a pinkish color to blend in with. I could have done it in Poppy Parade, but I wanted a lighter color. So all I'm doing is I'm going to color the ribbon. So I'm just using the side of my blend, okay, and this way I can have any color ribbon I want, as long as I have a blend for it. And I'm just going to pop it over. You don't really have to do the other side, but I just want to make sure it all came through. Hopefully that's long enough to tie a bow. So it dries pretty quick, so you don't have to worry too much about getting dirty fingers. And let's just, I always hate doing bows on camera because my fingers never work. And they always look pretty sad, my bows. All right, I think we can get it to work. So I'm just going to keep tightening it, getting the loops the size I want, trying to flatten it out in the back. And there we go. Woohoo! Okay, so then I'm going to trim off this end. Of course, I didn't get out my ribbon scissors, so I should have done that. Okay, get out your ribbon scissors, Jen. All right, so do we want this guy here or over here? What do you think? I think on here. Yes. So I'm going to stick that down with some glue dots. Oh, thank you, Linda. You know what? I love this stamp set. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh, I don't need another flower. But I'm so happy that I got it because it is just, you should see some of the cards. I'm gonna be showcasing some of these cards in the next few weeks, leading up to our stamp count. All right, and then we're just gonna finish it off with these gorgeous iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. So these are in the upcoming catalog too. I don't know if you can see them, but they kind of capture all different colors in there. There's some pinks and blues. So we're just gonna throw a couple of these on here. These have become my kind of go-to bling. Stick that there. And maybe stick that right here. So what do you think? Do you guys like it? I can't wait to try it in a different color. All right, so for the inside, let me see, did I actually cut a piece? I did. I cut one. Aren't you proud of me? I actually remembered the inside this time. What sentiment do we want? Let me find the stamp set. So we have Just Thinking of You Today. So we could do Love You So Much. We could do Happy Mother's Day. It's a little early though. No One Deserves a Happier Birthday Than You. Why don't we do that one? No one deserves a happier birthday. Okay. Can you see I've been, oh, this is one of the flowers that the dies could make. I've been playing. I have masks. So I keep them all in here so I can find them. All right, happier birthday. This is what I want. So, especially with the photopolymers, because these can kind of bend a little bit, what I do is I line it up on my grid paper. Okay, so I'm taking that No One Deserves, and I'm lining it up with one of the lines. And then I'm going to take my block, and I'm going to line my block up with the lines as well. And this way, I can often, not always, but often, get a straight sentiment. Hi, Miriam. How are you? Hey, Sarah. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, and we're just going to, and again, I'm doing the same thing with my paper. I'm lining my paper up on my grid paper here so that it is straight. And then I am just going to stick it down. I have to re-ink my Poppy Parade. I've been doing a lot of Poppy Parade cards these days. Oh, I still need that out. So we're almost done. Almost done. I'm just gonna give that a clean. Put it away. I'll just put it in loose. And then I just want these little stars. I'm just going to do a little bit of a splatter in the background. These don't need to be straight, so we'll just stick them on. I'm probably going to to stamp off because I don't want them to be too dark. I just want them to be just like that. There we go. All right, guys, so that is, we'll just push this, glue this on the inside, and that is our card for tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the flowering tulips. So that, again, is the bundle that we will be featuring in our stamp camp. Do check back to my blog, because I will be posting a few other projects that I've made with it, just so you can see what it's like. And yeah, and I hope, oh, the other thing is I just released a paper share. So if you're interested in doing a paper share for the upcoming catalog, I do have an order form out. I do need to receive your order by January the 3rd and your payment by January the 3rd. And how the paper share works is I've put all the new paper that's coming in the upcoming catalog, and you can buy 6x6 piece, or you can buy 2 6x6 pieces, or you can buy 4 6x6 pieces. So you can get a little bit of everything instead of getting a whole pack if you don't think that you're going to go through the pack. So that's also, I sent out an email if you guys are on my mailing list. If you're not on my mailing list, let me know and I can tell you how to join. And I think that is about it. So before I stamp with you again, it will be past Christmas. So I hope you guys have a very, very happy, healthy, safe holiday, and that you get some time for rest and relaxation and time with loved ones. So I guess that's it for tonight. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really, really appreciate you watching and commenting on the card. And I guess that is it for now. So I will see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.